I'm Jann Abrams, and 10 years ago I developed a sudden unexpected tear in the retina of my right eye. Stan took me immediately to an ophthalmologist in Fort Worth who specializes in retinal problems. The doctor told me that day that there was a very high risk of a reoccurrence within 2 years. I had a friend right here in Granbury who had repeated retinal tears and had ended up with a glass eye. So I was very terrified, very motivated to do something to protect my eyes. I asked the doctor that day what he would do if it was his eye. And he hesitated a moment and he said, you know, I would eat a great big green salad every day because there's some unique nutrients in green foods that are very protective to the eye. Well, over the next few days, as I began thinking about everything that had happened and everything he had said, I thought about our good friend Janet, Polly, who had had cancer. Well, she had used a green powder that had really helped her. Well, I knew that it was really good for cancer. I never thought I needed it. But now I decided I did. And I called her and ordered 6 jars of it. I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of green vegetable servings in my diet to be protective. Long story short, I have not had another retinal tear. It's been 10 years, and I am very thankful to God and to Barley Life for this. My husband, the emergency room physician, didn't believe in green powder. In fact, he teased me and he made fun of it. However, Stan has had asthma all of his adult life, and the medications he took for it helped him in a crisis situation, but did nothing for his asthmatic condition long term. I began wondering if maybe my green drink would help him. The magnesium is the core molecule in chlorophyll, and I know from working in the hospital that IV magnesium is given to asthma patients in a crisis. Many of our friends and family over the years had suggested various things to us. We had faithfully tried everything that we could think of, or they suggested. And Stan had tried many medications, experimental medications, new medications that his physicians thought maybe would help his condition. But nothing had really helped. So I challenged him to 8 weeks using my green drink. He hesitated, he thought about it a few days, and one day he decided to take me up on my challenge. He was reluctant, I guess, but he really couldn't shrink from my challenge, and finally he did try it. I have to tell you that the first morning I came down to my kitchen and found him at the kitchen sink holding his nose and drinking with a straw, trying to do this, and mixed in Welch's grape juice. It was a wonderful drink, and actually a few days later he was able to drink it down without any problem. I'm going to let him continue the story.
Hi, I'm Stan Abrams, and Jen mentioned that she had challenged me to try her green tea. It wasn't the green tea that I have experienced when I spent many years in Asia, but nonetheless, I accepted her challenge. And I say challenge, that's a very genteel word. It was more like coercion to take this stuff. And I said, oh, yeah, I can't stand it. So she's right. I put in grape juice so I couldn't see the color. I held my nose so I couldn't smell it. And I drank it with a straw to get past the taste buds. And I even closed my eyes. In about 2 weeks, I was eventually able to open my eyes and watch it. And it wasn't that bad. And then the next thing I got rid of was the straw. Then I got rid of the grape juice, and I could drink it in water. It's all a matter of taste. When I decided to take her challenge, I made her promise that at the end of 8 weeks, if I had not seen any results, she would never, ever say another word to me about her green powder. I had never gone anywhere without emergency medications, inhalers, etc. in my pocket because of my severe asthmatic bronchitis. I would cough something terrible. In fact, everybody just wanted to avoid me because they thought I was the Midwest distributor for whatever I had. And after about 7 weeks on the powder, I realized that I had not had an asthmatic crisis in over a month. And when I got ready to renew my prescriptions, I discovered I had unopened medications on the shelf. I also noticed that things that used to bother me, like cigarette smoke and perfumes, didn't bother me much anymore, and I had to admit that her green powder was doing me a lot of good. So I began my green drink twice a day and decided to stop my allergy shots to see what would happen, and my asthma didn't flare up at all. And this seemed too good to be true. I began to taper my regular medications and carry the inhalers just in case, but I didn't need them. From that day to this, I have not renewed even one of my asthma prescriptions nor taken another allergy shot or any kind of medication for my bronchitis. I've been symptom-free from the spring of 1996 and continue to have a drink of at least 2 tablespoons of AIM Barley Life every day, and I'm so thankful that I found this product that would help me in my problem.